Tonight, greetings, fellow travelers. As the week reaches its thrilling midpoint, we are broadcasting from the mountains of West Virginia. Embrace the spirit of adventure as you join us on this daring journey through the untamed wilderness of Let's Find Out with Diego. Bonus Overdrive Wednesday.
It's time to find out with Diego. Let's go. Ooh, yeah.
On this episode of Bonus Overdrive Wednesday, our guest is a vodcaster, podcaster, tour guide, talent agent, and a certified horror movie maniac. We're not just chatting, we're taking a special tour of his studio, where he'll be unveiling some of his incredible horror movie memorabilia and collectibles. All this plus more. Please welcome our good friend and my brother from another mother. He's known as Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter. My friend, welcome to Bonus Overdrive Wednesday. I believe this is your first time on this brand of the show.
Well, maybe, but I thought it might have been. I thought it was your first. Wasn't it your first? Or was that something? Maybe that was something else. But anyway, it's always a pleasure. Raph, Diego, what's up? The podcast, Diego, the podcaster, what's up? Bonus Overdrive, yes.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good night for us because we're gonna be talking not only about what it is that you do, and by now most of our listeners here are either on Let's Find Out or Bonus Overdrive Wednesday. They know about you. They know about our friendship. They know about your booking agency. They know about your podcast and vodcast. But what we'll do is, originally we had a conversation not long ago, and I was going to do a whole episode about you and I wouldn't say is a terrible disagreement, but the whole thing of Jason versus Michael Myers. And I think that you and I are complete polar opposites of that one. And I said, I'm going to do a whole episode on that. We're going to go roll with it, but I'm going to save that for the end because I think that's very important. Our friendship hangs in the balance. No, it's all right, man. But we're going to get to that. And before we begin, what season of your podcast are you on? And what do you got coming up in the next few weeks?
Well, man, I want to say between the introduction and just the commentary, the way you talk, if you guys don't know, Diego, man, Raph here, he knows his shit. Former professional wrestler. Not only do I manage him, not only is he one of my clients, one of my first clients, now I'm going on 2 years plus, but this guy knows his shit. He's very respectful, and check him out, follow him, and maybe he'll be on the show one day. But yeah, it's a pleasure, like always, to be on the show. You know your stuff. You literally know your stuff. So much respect. I'm on season 5 now. I at first I kind of just started doing it. You know, sometimes you don't really know what you're doing. Then after like almost a year, I'm like, well, I guess I should probably do another season because I was on episode like 50 something. So now I'm stopping it, I think, at 50. I go to 50 episodes or something like that, and I stop to the next one. So it's like 3 or 4 years, not 5 years, but I'm technically on season 5. The finale, the grand finale is in August, I believe. And I'm actually doing a giveaway. I got people like you, and of course, I got all your little stickers here that I've got sent to you, and I got Dustin Gray. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Dustin. So I got that. I got a big goodie giveaway thing of all my client stuff, a couple incense, a couple sample soaps and stuff for a season 6 opener. So something what started out as just something fun, and it still is. It's not a job, even though it feels like it. Diego, I think you can attest to that. It's kind of a job in a way, but if it wasn't so fun, I don't think I'd do it because it definitely doesn't pay enough. But I love it. I get to shoot the shit. The people like you, I get to meet other investigators, as you know, musicians, actors, whatever. And it's people from around the world that you probably wouldn't meet, especially living in Maine where I live, way the fucking dead end of America. So it's cool, man. I love it. And I got a lot planned ahead, so to speak. I guess I'm kind of leaning towards the actors and actresses. You kind of helped me do that when I had, what was his name? Todd Bates, was it? The guy that
Todd Martin. Yeah.
Todd Martin.
Crackoon and Crocodile.
I had some before that. I did have Sandy Johnson on. She was Mike Myers' sister in the original Halloween, and she was Miss Playboy 74. So I had a couple, but I've really been getting into the B-movie actresses lately, and they're such a hoot. They send me free shit. I'll show you in a second. I got everything from T-shirts to stickers to signed DVDs to you name it. So it's kind of fun. I do have some other people thrown in, but actually in 3 weeks, I talked to the guy that played Pumpkinhead in the 1880s Pumpkinhead horror movie.
Get out of town.
Brian Beamer, I believe. So I'll send him your way after, but I got to have him first, man. I'm excited. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. So, yeah. Pumpkinhead. You wore the mask the whole time, but as you can tell, I like my mask. Speaking of Mike Myers and Jason, the buddies by Annabelle.
Listen, is that like an eyeball hanging out of Mike Myers' eye?
It's a one that you push a light on and it glows red and shit. So I entertain a lot of people where I live. I'm about an hour, 45 minutes past Stephen King's house in Bangor. So I've been here for 3 years and I've only had 2 visitors, my girlfriend and my dad. My dad only came once. My girlfriend comes probably a couple times a month. Whoa, but you know what I mean. So
it's a family-friendly show. No, it's not. But it's okay.
So I put it on for me, Raph, and that's why you have me on the show, not to just shoot the shit, catch up, but to show off the shit I'm proud of. That's gonna go with me in my casket when I die or burn me in the incinerator. I'm fucking proud, man. I have it up for a reason, and if I just got to look at it, then hey, this is where I shoot the shit with a lot of people, and they're always like, "What's that in the background?" So for you to actually want to talk about it, love it. Mind if I take a hit?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have it without it. So, as I was at work, I listened to your show, and sometimes during lunch, I'll go ahead and I'll watch the videos as well. And you have very interesting people on your show because it's more of a variety. And I know, if my memory serves me, that you first started, it was strictly kind of like a more paranormal and things like that. But you kind of evolved into something whole. You're doing a whole 360. You're hitting everything. And as you said,
your Wednesdays are.
Yeah.
Your Wednesdays are kind of everything. I mean, your other one is more UFO crypto. Because actually, not to bring it real quick, the guest you're going to have on, David Greenberg, who I've had on, he made Zelda's Bed in Pet Cemetery. He's going to be on Raph's show in a little bit, guys. Check that out. He's like, what kind of my show are we looking at? I go, well, he's got one for cryptozoology, UFOs, aliens, and then he's got one where it's musicians, actors, porno stars, whatever you want, wrestlers. He's got everything out of So that's what I'm on. And yeah, so that's what I've kind of, because there are a lot of podcasts out there, and a lot of them beat the same horse. It's strictly this, strictly that, strictly that. And I got everything from Samayon, who's an enchantress, a bewildered enchantress, to Sandy Johnson, my sister, to Dr. Satan, Walter Fellin in Rob Zombie's movie, to Diego I've had on, to fucking director, musician, and author Dustin Grammer of Steve's Ridge.
Steve's Ridge, yeah, I got a copy myself.
So
that's a fun movie to watch too.
And he's in that too. He's an actor in that. He's pretty good. And then I've had Freddy Krueger's mom on, Beatrice Bopel, and she sent me her book signed just for being on my show to Adam. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, Freddy Krueger's mom. So I wouldn't have that if I didn't have the show, right? How are you going to meet these people? Go to conventions? I spend millions of dollars a year, or put them on your podcast for an hour, and hopefully they don't block you after.
No guarantees, but it's a little more personal because once you go into the conventions, and it's not their fault, it's not the fans' fault, but they see so many people, there's almost kind of like robotic automaton. Say, hey, thank you. Here's take the picture. Next. You don't really get to have that real personal conversation because sometimes their stories, they might have never even been on a podcast before.
A lot of them too, especially actors, are like, I've never really done that. I've done movies. I mean, I've never really been in front of a live audience because there's people. So it's kind of neat to be a first, pop a cherry, so to speak, and have someone on that's been like, I've never done this. I go, ooh, it's gonna be a fun one, because 9 out of 10 people, honestly, or not, maybe not 9 out of 10, but maybe you can attest to this, Raph. Maybe a good half, at least half, go, well, why do you want to talk to me? I go, well, that's why. You're very humble. You're very modest. You got a lot of shit to show off. You just don't think it's worth it. And I think it's worth it. And a lot of people love that. And once they do, they're yours forever, man. And it's pretty, not being like, say, oh, they're mine. But you know what I mean? Like, they respect you for that. And I like being like, oh, first time I did a show was Adam's show. That's fucking cool, man. Like this girl, Mary Kate. She's just an actress now on Clown Motel. She hasn't really been on many. Now I'm getting signed pictures, shirts, everything else. She's coming back on the show. She's sponsored in October. Sent me $50 to sponsor a whole month. Like, holy fuck. So, and it's an actor sponsoring me, giving me money. So,
I mean, you're building relationships. You not only help promoting their brand, but they're also get their story out there. And one of the things that I think you and I have a friend in common with Novar Slevik, that every story is important. And it's one of the things that I learned from him. So when he interviews people for his books, he's always pays very close attention to what they say, because a lot of these folks, they want to get that story out there, but they just need somebody to listen. And then they just go with it. Sometimes there's a lot of gems in these stories. You probably learn a lot of things about some horror movies that you didn't know before until you talk to that person.
Did people love, like, not to bring up Donnie, but you remember Donnie, of course. He didn't think it was
Yeah.
worth shit. I got him his first ever convention. He burned me on it, whatever. He tried messaging me once to come back in. I'm like, nah. But anyway, but he didn't know. And I kind of showed him the fame. And now he's, is that my connection?
That's all right. You're good, man. I can still hear you.
Oh, there we go. It's Maine for you. But where was I going with this? Just, you know what I mean? It's good to do it, to know your worth, but at the same time, like, be humble. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of these B-movie actors and actresses that you and I know that we talk to, they're really cool, man. I've only had 2 people ever say no to coming on my show, and they're both paranormal investigators. They weren't actors, actresses, they weren't directors, they were just 2 fucking paranormal people that thought they were the shit. So I kind of strayed away from that. I love the paranormal, but a lot of those people are like the Zake Bagan type, and I just want money and fame and expensive cologne, and I just don't really care about that shit. So,
is there money in this? Somebody didn't tell me.
So if you kiss enough ass, some people do. Some people write books about the same place and say shit. I've asked certain people questions on Facebook, and they go, "That's in my book." I go, "Block, fuck you." I'm good. A lot of people look up to these other people. I said, you know what? I'm going to start going to people. It's my show. I'm not on a network. There's no one telling me what to do. I'm going to interview people I want to do. So then I go and I win tickets from the radio station, and I get to meet fucking Yellow Wolf, who Eminem signed as a rapper. And I got backstage meet and greet passes. I meet him. I figure out who his mom is on Facebook. Mama Wolf, she's on my show. She's got my number. She texts my girlfriend every day. She's coming back on in about a month with her weed strand. I know that sounds like no big deal to anybody else, but to me and Heather, that's the fucking world, because we love this rapper. And her mom sends us, dude, Mama Wolf Bong. Hello, big fly. So she's like, oh, gifts and shit. Like, come on. So when your own family's not there for you anymore since your mom died, bro, and these actors and actresses and people like you care about me, Raph, we talk on the phone, maybe twice a week? Free 3 hours, call me in mountains of Virginia. So that means a lot. I know I'm going off subject, ADHD, and I'm stoned, but what I'm trying to get at your way is I want people on my podcast and in my life that are real. I don't want to go after someone who thinks he's the shit and go, oh, yeah, all set now. And I don't want someone who's cocky and arrogant. I want to stick to who I like. And 9 out of 10 times, it's pretty good, right? I mean, we've had some cancellations and shit, but people are pretty decent I think.
Yeah. And I think that it goes to the territory. Eventually someone's going to cancel because they have either they're double booked, or they have an event, or family stuff happens, or they just don't have time. And that's okay. But, we'll get them
2 or 3
eventually.
chances, and that's it. Third time, you're out.
Yes. Third time you're out. Absolutely. Now, we talked about your booking agency, and we'll do that real quick. And you represent a lot of great folks on there. But now let's talk about this, because we have this group chat going on. And every once in a while, we bounce ideas or say, hey, here's what we're not doing, or we'll say some jokes here and there. Let's talk about this goat.
I was going to say, if we talk, a lot of times you'll share me too. Hey, there's an opening here. There's a convention here. Hey, there's a movie role here. And I share that shit, which is great. But then we get this point, and one of my clients goes, hey, you ever represent an animal? I go, just humans. And they go, well, got a friend of mine that's kind of a goat. They own this goat, Jethro, Jethro, Jethro P. Coltrane, like the old song. Yeah, the old artist, Jethro P. Coltrane, I believe, is an artist or something. And it's a goat. And you can get him for birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, dances, children's birthday parties, or movie roles. And he doesn't have a Facebook page yet. We're working on it. But his handler, Christina Spencer, is someone who I represent with Historically Haunted Booking LLC. And that's where the goat is. Haven't had any offers yet. We've only had him for about a month. The night's still young. But with people like Dustin, there I have directors. I have Mike Botanio from September Brothers, who just did the Dingus Day film from New York. Certain directors that I'm friends with now. They actually want me. I haven't told anybody publicly yet. I told Heather, but they want me to be in a film that Boredom and Bloodshed film that I had Anthony on. They're doing it in Rochester, New York. He said if I can go down in August, they'll have a spot. If not, I can do a spot at home, film it, and send it to them. They'll put it in their fucking movie, dude. I don't have to pay a dime. So I tell you, man, I don't know where this stuff's going on. And after dying in a car accident, being 46 here in a month, I'm living, man. Nothing ain't stopping me. I swing for the fences, brother. I mean, I work as 9 to 5 like everybody else, but in my off time, if I'm not on podcast, booking agency, doing my own podcast, trying to finish my first book after a year and a half, or doing tours in Stephen King's Bangor. I don't know how I fucking sleep or when I do. I do sometime, I think. But as you know, brother, like you, if you're not in the gym, if you're not home with your wife, if you're not doing your podcast, you're dying. You're sleeping, right? I mean, what else is there? You stay busy, brother.
You have to stay busy because if you don't stay busy, you're just going to rot anyway. So you might as well put out content, interview some great folks, represent some great folks as you do. And they do a lot of great work. Some of them are authors. They have horror books, they have paranormal books. So a little bit of everything for everybody. And now let's get into it while we're here tonight.
You and Thomas are my right-hand men. I mean, Heather is my girl, but you and Thomas kind of help me scope things. You kind of give me inside tip on things. Not to say that you're like teacher's pets, but you guys are the ones that kind of know what's up. You and Thomas, and I think you can agree with that. He was your guest last week, wasn't he? With Charles. I appreciate that.
We did some Paracon talk and a lot of fun there, and that'll be released here pretty soon.
Good.
I think by the time this episode comes out, it'll be already released. It's for a July 4th special. And I love those two guys. Always great conversation. Yeah, absolutely. And so now let's talk about it. Your studio is wall to wall. It reminds me back when I was in the 80s when I had my room and I had posters everywhere, all metal bands or horror movies. I think I had a giant Death Stalker next to my Slayer poster.
Yes.
And so it's one of those things, man. It's in your blood. It stays in your blood forever. And while we all might have different tastes of types of horror movies, it all breaks down to just having fun. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. We're just having fun watching the movies. And if we're lucky, like us, we get to actually talk to the people who make the movies and act in them. So if you don't mind, I'm a paying customer. I'm on a tour of your studio.
You were the
Where do we start?
In the 3 years I've lived up here, going from homeless and having all my shit in totes in an abandoned RV. For almost 2 years, I had all my shit in totes, never getting to see it. Finally getting a place to live, getting enough money to buy my first and only home and make my own fucking room. I tell you, man, I was like you. No, I didn't know the color of my wall when I was a kid. I was too busy with fucking Motley Crue posters and chicks half naked on bikes that I went at the carnival throwing darts at balloons, even the hot chicks on posters and the little glass Budweiser fucking mirror things. So it's kind of like that now. And Heather, my girl, man, she don't live with me yet, but she loves it. She thinks it's great. Of course, by the time she comes in, I'll have to downsize. But for now, it's my shit. I live alone. I live East Bumfuck, Maine, and I'm pretty proud of it. Let me see. So first off, this is where I do my podcast every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, for the most part, live on Facebook and on YouTube. Historically Haunted Vodcast with a V. What I'm always looking at is a circle of my client shit. Who's this sexy guy? This is all my shit on a TV. I got all my client stuff. Patrick, I got Danny Perez. I took that picture of Danny, the Radicals, in front of Stephen King's. And then I got all my stuff. I met Miko Hughes. I met your buddy Mike Myers, the very first one. Marlon Taylor, smoked a joint with him in Bangor, Maine. He was in the Losers Club. I met Hellraiser. There's all the DVDs of the person that sponsored my show, David Kerr. He's a director. Signed him with his wife, Bloody Summer Camp. All that shit, Slasher Nurse. Got all my Chicky Poos there. More stuff here, Boondock Saints. I met Jason's mom. And it's all personalized. Adam, Kill 'Em All. Derek Mears in the Jason movie. Different shit. I was in a band calling The Herd. A fan made that shirt for me. That's me right there, believe it or not. I got all my shit here. My Jägermeister. Believe it or not, that's Jägermeister tour. Slayer was there. Mastodon signed it. I have that against my wall. When I met Alexa Bliss, a little Alexa Bliss shrine. And I'm back at me, dude. I met Mike Myers, the lead singer of GWAR, GWAR, Otis Orungus, signed my hat before he passed away. Dave Brocky, he drew a picture of himself, wrote to Adam. Jason Voorhees, Kane Hodder signed that. Tony Spera, the owner of Annabelle, signed Annabelle. Him and Judy, Tony, Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter, Judy. They signed the Annabelle movie for me. I got Rob Zombie signed it to Adam, Pumpkin Dude. Thanks. When I met him, it was my after show pass. I met him at the Central Maine Civic Center in Lewiston, where Muhammad Ali beat Cassius Clay with a phantom punch. Killswitch Engage, Shadows Fall signed it. Gigi Allen, shock rocker, used to like jerk off on stage and piss on people. His mother and brother signed that record. Acid Witch, me and Brian Urlacher as Yellow Wolf. I met the Boogeyman wrestler, Tony Atlas, drag racing chick. I'm sorry if I'm shaking. Let me see. When I opened up, I was in a band and I opened up for Mushroom Head, an 8-piece metal band from Cleveland. This is my band calling The Herd. They signed that for me. I got Jericho, the singer, the wrestler signed that. Different autographs there. Of course, my chicks. So I appreciate that, man. No one ever wants to see that shit. Let me show you real quick in my bedroom. Show the magic happens. There's my Stephen King collection. These are all soft covers, hard covers. These are like other ones he's did with other people. These are VHS tapes of Needful Things, the movie, unopened. Picture of Dairy Maine. Someone made that for me, a diamond art thing. That's from his radio station in Bangor. Different shit. So I like it. I get up and I get to look at it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm proud of it because it's, taking me time. That's when I was a speaker at Salem State University. A bunch of people that were there with me signed it. Different shit. I met the clown from Slipknot. He rubbed my head and gave me his drumstick. It's got no nipple on it because he beats the beer keg with it. You don't see those much. And Danny got me this. This was Maggie's umbrella used in the film series Nosferatu, the show series that Joe Hill does, Stephen King's son. This was a prop used in the show that one of the girls used. It's an umbrella. And Danny bought that for me. It comes with a thing saying it was used in the film.
All right, so hold on real quick. With the umbrella there you have. You said Dan Perez got you that one for you?
Yes. Yeah, he's taken my tour twice at $150 a pop plus tip and bought me supper. Gave me a prop, Maggie's umbrella. And they saw where a lot of stuff was filmed. Pet Cemetery, which I have other things of. I got my clients' books and shit. Danny made me this. It's a Ouija board out of coffin wood. And that's me there doing the pose and different stuff. I do have other trinkets that are like more haunted. Like this. I have a piece of Palo Santo on it. As you know, is a piece to burn. This brick, okay, that was from the walkway in the 1832 home in Gilmington, New Hampshire, of America's first serial killer, Herman Webster Mudgett, also known as H.H. Holmes. Some people think he might have been Jack the Ripper, and I have a little piece under it saying that it's from there. So it's little things like that. People can think, well, this guy's a fucking nut. But at the same time, I like it. I've been there. It's proof. There's a mill that's in Maine here it's a piece of cloth from it. I have a piece of wood that was from the Pet Cemetery where they shot Pet Cemetery. You remember it was all, if you look at the movie, it was all white tombstones. That wood's got white on it. So maybe it's not, maybe it is, but it's from Ellsworth, Maine. A bullet from Gettysburg. This bottle of vodka sat in front of Annabelle, the doll, for 30 days. And it's a Ouija board box. There's gloves to take it. You can look that up online. There's only so many made. And man, I went to an old inn that was used in the Revolutionary War and in the Underground Railroad. It's called Royalsboro Inn. It's in Durham, Maine, where Stephen King was born. So I went there. I have all these other trinkets. Let's see, real quick. These is if you look up the first candies ever sold in production, it's called the 1830 Blackjacks in Salem. I went with Heather and got them. It's the same recipe. It's right across from the House of the Seven Gables in Salem, but it's America's oldest candy store. So I try to grab shit wherever I go to bring back with me. Things like this. I went to the Katahdin Iron Furnace. That's up a couple miles from my house, actually. There was a hotel there. Different shit. I've been to the birthplace of the hamburger, Lou's Lunch, 1897 in Connecticut. I've been to the birthplace of the fried clam, 1926, Woodman's of Essex in Essex, Massachusetts. I know it sounds like geek shit, but it's the same time. I got this from Diego.
It's an original.
At the same time, man, it's like I met the dude from Jaws, the kid that drowned on the raft in the beginning, the boy. His name is, what the fuck is his name? His name's Jeffrey Voorhees, like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
He's like 60 now. He goes, I still live in Martha's Vineyard. I live about a mile away from where I died. And I go, get the fuck out of here. So I got a picture with him. I met him. And it's a clutter of shit. And anybody else would see it, they think it's kind of cool, but whatever. But to me, okay, check it out. I met the guy that does Elvira. He signed it for me. Elvira the comic. I got a picture with him. He signed it. I met him in a meet and greet. Because why not, man? And then Henry Bowers was on my show. Jared Blankard from UK. He was on my show. He's the one in the original Losers Club in the original It, Stephen King's It, with Tim Curry that stabbed his father and the kid. And he sent me this. To Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter. Kill you too, motherfucker.
Perfect.
So, anybody else would go, I don't want that. I'm going to go give it to me. So I was on the podcast, Spooky Japan podcast, and they sent me a shit ton of candy. Look at that writing on it. It's all, dude, check it out. I got Kit Kats with like, they sent me that. Milk and tea Kit Kats. Look at these Kit Kats. Did you see that?
Yeah.
All that shit. Just for me being on their show, they sent me a goodie bag of I actually ate it all. I think I have a piece left still somewhere. One of my clients, Angie, sent me this. I still got to do it. Pennywise. I'm known for my Stephen King fixation. People fucking hook me up. And as you know, I'm a collector. I mean, you got to be. And of course, I got my client stuff, different stuff. It's your stuff I sell and promote. And I'm living the dream, man. I really am. It could be worse. I'm not going to lie. It's hot in Maine, and my job kind of sucks. My family's not always there for me, but I got a girl that loves me. I got awesome friends like you, and I have great hobbies. So fuck them.
No, I mean, you got a lot of great items to display there, but let's talk about some of the more current things you have, because I know you interviewed somebody who acted in It Was a Clown Motel.
Yes, Mary Kate. She sent me her shirt. She got me her poster. That's her there. She signed it along with all these other characters. I haven't met them yet or had them on my show, but that's her. She plays Cowgirl in there. Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell 3, filmed in the real Clown Motel in Las Vegas. Sent me that picture right there, along with a shirt. I opted to wear your shirt tonight because you're Diego and you sent me to me first. You're the man. And the last week's sponsor for my show sent me this, Devin Oman.
Mm-hmm.
Sent me that. Sent me movies get signed. So it's like I met Sarah French. She's been in movies. Scarlet Salem. She sent me that. Space War signed to Adam. So I'm collecting this stuff. And the best part is like I tell her, I go, could you write to Adam? I don't plan on reselling it. I don't plan on I want it to me because that's what I want. I don't want something signed unless I meet the person. So my goal is to meet a lot of these people because I just soon meet them and hang out and chill with them because 9 out of 10 people are pretty fucking decent. You know that. Really down deep we are. There's a lot of assholes in life, but if you really, in our field, you can pick them out, I think. And I think we're on the right path when it comes down to it. Our guests are pretty good people. I listened to your show. I listened to it earlier about the Christian rock metal band that you just released today. They're great people. You turned me on to them, so you're doing the service, and I appreciate what you do, brother. I know it's not easy every day to do what we do.
I appreciate, some days are good. Some days are just, there we go. Oh, the old sticker. So it's perfect. I appreciate that, man, because
I'm on my laptop. I give them away. I put some at gas stations once in a while.
I used to do that back in the old days. We used to throw wrestling shows. We used to go to the gas stations, just tape them up on the pumps from the sides. And it's people take them down, but I'm hoping, maybe somebody took a collector's item, a memorabilia, if you will. And if you turn to this, I saw something there. I know it's the corner where all the ladies are at. Something caught my eye.
Okay.
And not for those type of reasons. There's like a gymnastics person there. Is that Mary Lou Retton?
Oh, no, that's Justine Glenn. I got that free from you. The one girl bent over?
Yeah, I thought it was Mary Lou Retton.
No. I do got some wrestlers, Scarlett and Mandy Rose, Terry Runnels. I didn't meet them. Those are all stuff I've gotten. I did meet Sarah French. She gave me that. And of course, Mary. But the other ones I don't really mean so much to me. I did meet Alexa Bliss, as you can see here. And she signed that comic book for me up top of her. And my wrestling belt, which I got signed by Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, a whole bunch of other people. Man, I've always been about it. My first person I ever met was Rob Zombie, was the Halloween show. And then I was hooked because I carved pumpkins with him on Halloween in Maine, October 31st. And he's asking about me and what he can do to make my night better. And he gave me 2 shirts and a hat. Right there, there's 666 crew shirt. I go, what the fuck? So then I meet Peter Steele from Typo Negative, the lead singer who's passed away, the big 6'11", Typo Negative. She's a black number 1. Big Italian German dude from Brooklyn, 6'11", and he answers the door at a hotel. I knock on his door, Ramada in Lewiston, Maine. He goes, can I help you? I go, Peter Steele. He signed my back of my Friendly's ice cream coupon. There it is. Johnny Kelly, the drummer. Peter Steele. Where is it? Right there. And then also Dez. Believe in Something Strong. Dez is the lead singer of Cold Chamber and Devil Driver. So that was all, man, that got me pumped because most people that I meet, honestly, all of them, from wrestlers to musicians to horror people to actresses to paranormal people, they're pretty cool for the most part. People are pretty happy to dig that you dig them. And that's the people I go after because the other ones can suck it. I don't care about Kardashians and them fake fucks. I have no reason for that. It's the real ones, you know. And if they're cocksuckers, then they can go in the background too. I don't need them. So,
You know, and for the most part, we've been lucky because they're coming on the shows and they're letting us interview them. They don't have to give us a time of day, but you know,
right.
very down to earth people. And sometimes they'll send you things, you know, like you autographed, or they'll even stay in touch and text you, say, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good, man. How you been? Working on this?" Like, okay, cool. You know, when you're done with that project, come back on. We'll promote it.
That guy, Michael McGreedy, that I had on, the one that did the opening with the Tales from the Crypt guy, gave me his personal cell phone. And he texted me once in a while, give me a call if you need someone to talk to. I go, get the fuck out of here. Like, he's in LA or whatever. But I mean, but it's LA Church. I had all these people. They do openings for me. Hi, this is LA Church. You're watching Historically Haunted podcast. Good choice. Or blah, 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 blah. This Allison girl, like, and they could say no. And I'm waiting for someone to say it, but people I think like that, and I'm not being a prick about it. And I think I'm not going, oh, please, like a fanboy and out about it. I'm treating them human and saying, hey, you want to just help me? And like you said, Raph, it helps us both, right? There's nothing wrong with you know. So
no, and you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple of times where I was kind of like a fanboy, but I kept it under control. Because sometimes you meet somebody you've been wanting to talk to for so long, you kind of just want to. Yeah, but you know, we get through it. We're professional. And now, out of a lot of these items that you have here, which ones are the ones that really? I mean, they all have meaning, but which one's the one that gives you the wow factor? Like when you received it, you met this person.
That's a good question. Rob Zombie's definitely big for me because after I waited by his tour bus while everybody else was out meeting another band at a record store, Monster Magnet. You've heard of them, I'm sure. I waited for the first opening band, Fear Factory, who I love. I met them, and then Rob came along. And actually, Rob didn't. It was the rest of the band. I remember their old drummer from White Zombie, for those of you that know the old metal, John Tempesta. I met him. He got on the bus. I go, oh! And I was here with my girlfriend at the time, Nikki, and my friend Kyle, her cousin, actually. And I fucking lost my shit. And I was like, what's up? And they go, oh, you guys want to help us do pumpkins for the show? They had a crate of pumpkins. It was a Halloween show. So we're gutting out pumpkins like with Rob Zombie's band. So the guy comes over and he's like, well, Rob's getting his makeup on. He's like, what are you guys doing after the show? You want to come meet him? I go, yeah, they give us backstage passes, those triangle things. So we go to the show, come back, and at the end of the show, we're like, what do we do? They just had us all wait in the arena. And they go, everybody that got backstage passes from, you know, winning them on the radio show, this and that, blah, 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 over here, everybody else over here. We didn't win them on the radio show. We didn't give it to us. So we do it with this crowd. Everybody that won them on the radio show, they go, sorry, Rob's leaving. You guys got to leave. You'll be given a, you know, whatever the fuck, some money, but you can't meet him. The rest of you can stay. I go, holy fuck. So like 50 people left, 50 of us stayed, and we waited in the line. And I made sure I was the last fucking dude. And I was the last dude. And I go, Rob, I go, I got to hug you. He's like 5'10". He's not that tall. I said, I'm not giving, I got to hug you. I gave him a hug, dude. It was 1997. It was right around cell phones just starting. I didn't have one yet. So, but I remember hugging him. I got 2 T-shirts, a hat. He asked me how my day was. A picture with, you know, I don't have the picture anymore, but he signed my poster, gave me a sticker. He signed the forehead, and that was big for me. So that one sticks out. That's definitely, of course, Alexa. If you look what's funny, you know me, right? What do I love? King, right? Yeah. Look in the middle of Alexa and me. You see that book?
I do.
Creep Show. Stephen King's fucking Creep Show is in the middle of us. So I drove all the way to Massachusetts by myself, get her a $20 Starbucks card because she likes coffee. And she signed my thing, and I'm like, oh, my God, Alexa, I'm going to pass out. She goes, can we have a round of applause for Adam? He's going to pass out, but he's not. Yay. And I go, oh, my God, Alexa knows I told her my name. She remembered it, and that was my little crush thing. My girlfriend fucking hates her, which is fine. She loves Yellow Wolf, so whatever. But I got to really meet her. That was fucking dope. That was big to me. The comic book signed by her. I have the Lily doll. Heather bought this for me for Christmas. If you guys don't know Lily, that's her thing now with the skull teeth. It's a doll. It's a chick thing, but whatever. I'm a proud dude. So that's big for me. Of course, pictures of my mom that I got. I ended up meeting the clown with my mom when I met Slipknot. They came with Rammstein, German band, System of a Down, and American Head Charge to Portland. And I made it to the front row with my mother because my girlfriend cheated on me. So I gave her a ticket to my mom. It was right to 9/11, too, 2001. And my mom made it to the front row. And I told the clown he was sick. He came down, rubbed my head, and he patted my mom on the back. And my mom was my witness. She's dead now, but that's big, this black stick, because I met the clown with her, and she loves Slipknot. My mom was good shit. So that's big. My Colin the Herd shirt. Sang in the band for 5 years. We recorded an album at Huston State University. The album is online. You can hear me singing and doing my own lyrics and shit. And that was cool for a actual fan to do that. I've signed autographs too. So it's hard to pick one, man, because I love them all. Of course, the mask and shit. Like Kane Hodder signed that mask for free. He signed my DVD and he took the mask and signed it for free. And he put his machete to my throat. That's my profile picture. I have it in somewhere down the line. But then it's the little shit, man. It's like you sending me a care package of like 30 stickers and Dustin sending me buttons and buying me stickers. Like, I'm not going to lie, even that little shit. Alexis Aaron sending me free candles. My last fuck, look, it's on fire. So that, so you know what, man? Samaya sending me her black salt because she knew my house is cursed. I'm moving into this trailer in Maine where there's population 300 people, no lights or nothing. East Bumfuck by Mount Katahdin. And the chick I bought this trailer off of said her husband beat her and cheated on her. She left everything in the house, from her dildo and her soap to her olives in the fridge to her bed. And that's no shit. I had everything. So I feel like there's a bad mojo here. So she sent me that shit. So I can't pick one, Raph. It's tough. Everything has different meanings to me. Yeah, man. I think if it's got a good meaning behind it and the person's pure, I can't put anyone above anyone. So I decline your answer. I can't do it.
All right. Fair enough. Now, normally on your shows, you ask people, hey, what's on your bucket list? And they give you the answers, this and that. But let me ask you something. What's your bucket list for horror movies?
No one's
Who
ever
you want to meet?
Oh, boy. To like go to like the filming site?
I mean, well, not necessarily just that, but who do you want to meet? What kind of memorabilia would you be looking to get?
Who's the unicorn, so to speak, huh?
Yeah.
Alive or dead, or does it matter?
Well, I think the only way we're going to get is alive at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain goes everywhere. Let me think. That's a tough one. Boy, that's a tough one. You know, as we said earlier, I'm a big Jason fan. I love my Mikey, but I met Kane. I met the first Jason, Aries Lehman, and I met, of course, Andrea King, who was in the canoe. What about the boy? So I met a lot of them. Oh boy, that's tough. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Gunnar Hansen, was from and lived and died in Maine. I never get to meet him, which sucks. But he was original Leatherface from the first one in the 60s. Think, Adam, think. Bucket list horror. I'm looking up and trying to look at shit that I haven't seen yet. Oh, that's tough, Raph. You got me off guard. Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger, right? I mean, Candyman was good, but he's passed. But I'd say Robert Englund. He's been in a lot of movies too, other movies. He was in Strangeland with Dee Snider. He was the father that got killed and shit, dancing and stuff, all drunk. But I'd say Robert Englund, man. That'd be great to meet Freddy. I'd love to see him put a claws to my throat. That'd be good.
I think so. He's one of the last classic guys left from our time.
I mean, really, even directors are like John Carpenter passed, I believe, right? So, there's really not a lot. I'd say as far as other people, like athletes, I'd say Undertaker, Mark Calloway. Mark, I'd love to meet Mark. Undertaker's been I've been Undertaker since he came out in Survivor Series in '89 when that kid's face, with Brother to Love. So I'd say Undertaker as far as athletes go in general. I can't think of one other one. I love wrestling. Yes, it's a sport, so fuck off. And for actors, it would be him. Actresses, Sigourney Weaver. Her son graduated Bates College in Lewiston, and she spoke there like 4 years ago, and I never got a chance to meet her. I drove around trying to find her. And I'd love to meet Sigourney. That'd be a big one for me. She doesn't get talked about enough.
Well, no, that kind of brings a memory of a show you did in the past with aliens.
Oh, Carl Toop.
Yes.
Yes, he sent me an intro. Nothing signed yet, but he's in England. Carl Toop, who's in the Alien 2. He's the one whose tongue was sticking out at Sigourney. And, what a memory you got. God damn it. You're such a beautiful man.
Well, I tell you, I listen and watch your shows when I usually wait till you release a few, then just binge listen the whole day just to make my workday go by a little quicker. Because, it's good to hear a friendly voice, right?
Oh, man, you're such a good dude. The fact that you just want to talk to me is nice. Of course, everybody wants to be a part of it, the podcast booking, but you and Thomas, other people, I'm not going to name drop, Dustin, you guys go the extra distance. That means a lot to me. I want to flip it like I usually do on my show, and I want to play the host for a minute and ask you a question, motherfucker.
Oh, let me straighten up because
Attaboy.
I'm awful at answering questions. I'm good at asking, but go ahead.
That's it. I'm going to grab one or two out of you. First and
Yeah.
foremost, what about you, man? You're all over the place with everything from cryptids to movies to music to wrestling to you name it. What's your big, like, what's your, like, to me, it'd probably be, oh, that's tough. I'd probably say horror movies over wrestling, but barely. Wrestling's probably my number 2. Metal music's probably, oh, that's tough. What about you? I'm not taking the question. You are. What's one of your biggest topics? UFOs, wrestling, cryptids, reading, what? Writing, music?
I mean, you kind of pretty much hit the nail on all of them, but it's one of those things where doing these shows and the things you learn from the guests, that's kind of like the gift in itself. But if I had to have like a favorite right now, it's interesting enough, I kind of be rediscovering some bands. And what I do is
Okay.
I go reach out to these bands because I love it. Because I like, for instance, talk about Bishop Spring.
Yes.
And I like what they had to do. I like who they collaborated with in one of their songs, because the lead singer of that band, who they collaborated with, is one of my favorite Christian metal bands of all time. So it's one of those, you go through a rabbit
Who's
hole and
that?
you're like, so band's called Bride. They're out of Kentucky.
Okay.
And monster band, and I think they just came out with a few albums, and they're still doing it, man. They're still rocking. And I like to eventually find a path to start interviewing some of these bands that I grew up, I'm not going to say idolizing, but that I grew up listening to. And I think it'd be, and I know they're probably tired of being asked the same questions, but I think I'll ask them something different, because I try not to be like everybody else. Not that I'm better, but I like to have at least one or two questions. They'll say, well, nobody's ever asked me that before. And like, I gotcha. In a good way. So, yeah, but with Let's Find Out with the topics,
I love
I've
that.
never done an episode of Mothman yet. Not a proper episode. I haven't done a Skinwalker episode yet. Done a proper
Really?
Skinwalker episode. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing, because I've done Bigfoot, UFOs, paranormal, supernatural stuff, but I have not really hit anything with Mothman. And I'm in West Virginia. You would have thought that would have been one of the first few episodes. It's not. But that's on my bucket list. Going to see that Mothman down there too.
I thought you talked to someone that. Didn't you talk to someone about? I thought it was a flying creature or something. It was maybe not. I could have swore there was a monster episode you did about something, but maybe not.
I'm pretty sure I did it, but right now I can't really think of it. But
see, that's cool, because in my area we got the Dover Demon.
Yep.
Maybe not. No, maybe you're right. I try to listen to a lot of podcasts, not to get ideas, but at the same time, just maybe kind of get some ideas, not steal shit. But man, I love your introductions. I love the way you have people live from the woods of West Virginia, and I love how you used to have the Hulk Hogan impersonator and the Macho Man impersonator, and like you said, man, I tell you, I'm not gonna lie. Like living up here, I'm up here for 4 or 5 days on end without seeing my girl. And on Thursdays, I'm up here usually alone. Today, tomorrow, whatever. And I love podcasts, because when I'm up here, bro, I don't talk to many people. I've been here for maybe 3 years in about a week. Oh, no shit. And I don't even talk to my neighbors. One guy calls me Alan. They don't know I do podcasts. They don't know none of it. And I don't want that. I don't want people to know that I have this shit in here. You dig? I have machetes in every room. I got bats in every room. But other than that, I don't have a big security system. I got cameras and shit. But I live a very quiet life. I go to work. No one knows I do this shit. I only explain to the world and on Facebook, and I don't, because you never know, man. But I really love the podcast thing. I really love talking and shooting the shit with you and people like you, and getting to learn shit. We learn shit, don't we? Like, I listen to your other episodes, and you learn shit. And everybody's got a story, brother. Good, bad, or otherwise. Everyone's got a story to tell, you know?
Yeah, and one of the interesting things is, because we're bringing on people that I don't think have had so much podcast time, and their stories have been heard, because everybody's heard. And I'm not trying to sound like a jerk or a wise ass or anything, but there's a lot of people out there that interview the same people. You hear the same stories, but sometimes you want to hear somebody who's had an experience who nobody's even talked to yet. That's what you want. That's just my opinion, but not better than anybody else. I just think sometimes we have a way of picking some really good folks that haven't talked to anybody else yet. So that's the beauty of what we're doing.
That's what I like.
With that, going back to the horror movies, What's your favorite era of horror movies?
Boy, I guess it's cliche, but I gotta say 80s. Wasn't the 80s fantastic? I was born in 79. Shows my age, I get it. For me, 46 in about a month, September 6th. 2 months, 3 months. But boy, you know, the mid 80s, before they really had CGI, people relied on makeup, on art. And that's what I like about these B movies. You have these special effects artists that do fake blood. It's not CGI bullshit. A lot of that gets old. And I know it was cool and kind of the wave at first. Some of it's kind of cool, but like, you know, like Independence Day with Will Smith was one of the first ones to really be like that. It was kind of neat. But when it comes to horror movies, man, I love people I like the fake blood, the eyes popping out. I like all that stuff. So I gotta go 80s. And 90s was kind of cheesy. I know what you did last summer and all that type of bullshit, but 80s was pretty raw, street trash. Was the Warriors come out and play? Was that 80s or 70s?
I want to say, and I'm going to get probably fact checked on this. I'm going to say it's like super late 70s, very early 80s. In fact, that's my favorite movie ever.
I was going to say, really? Yeah. Can you dig it? Oh, get the fuck out of here. And I mentioned that. Well, okay, well, here's another question, Raph. I gotta ask you a question. Who's your favorite gang? Is it the baseball faces?
Yeah, because they had the coolest gimmick out of all of them.
So dumb. I love it. So dumb. Such a great film. The atmosphere in New York. You imagine walking the streets of New York at night with the subway and shit. No one gives a fuck. Life's scary, bro. I watch these people on TikTok, these homeless go by places where there's homeless people and they're sleeping out there smoking crack and they got glass bottles. Life is fucking scary. Horror movies are fucking, I could shut it off and go to bed in Maine, but there's some people that live it. You want to know something fucking scary?
Yeah. Oh, there you go, man. I appreciate that one.
You know what's funny? You read it, you're like, this can't be true. And I talked to Raph, I talked to Diego, this guy right here. And this is real shit that's happened to him. Yeah, Diego the podcast. I remember the Crib, his first book. He's working on his second. You're damn right. I'm your booking agent. I got to plug your shit. And I try to keep up with you. Between you, all of you, you're one of the hardest working people out there. It's hard to keep up with your ass. You're all over the place. But I love it. And I love that you asked me to come on and waste an hour of your time. And maybe no one cares. Maybe you'll get some people watching. Hopefully you do. But this is my life, man. There's people that do it, like with you and stuff, and we live it, right, Raph? There's people that do it to be cool and maybe have a bumper sticker on their car. Then there's people that live that Halloween shit, that live that freaky shit all year round. In my living room, it's all pumpkins and excuse me. I won't fuck it. You want to go for the tour? No one ever gets to see my house.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here for, bro.
You're visiting my house. I just live it in every room. Pow. Okay, my living room, right above my TV. Okay. I went to a weed place. I bought a bunch of joints and they gave it to me for free. I've had, look, Pennywise, right? I've had the Killer Clown on my show. I had Jason on my show, one of them. I had a guy from Mike Myers on my show. There's Pumpkinhead who's coming on my show. I've had a Texas on my show. Look at that, huh? There's my Stephen King stuff. Danny made me that coffin wood Ouija board. Remember? He made me one of me. He made one of King in front of King's house. I got my autograph collection next to my mom's ashes. Me and my mom and my girlfriend in front of King's house. I got my wall of shit here. These are all stuff Heather's bought me. Different Polisanto things, different shells. That's a real crab. Skeleton stuff above my axe. In case someone fucks with me, I'll kill him. I got my mom's plaque when we met Braun Strowman. We saw the wrestling ring. Met Ronda Rousey. Stephen King's house. So above my door, I got a gargoyle and a real cow skull. You see all the autographs on it?
Yeah.
When I sang in a band, I'd bring that and sing on stage with it and cut myself with it because it'd make me bleed, and people like that, and they'd all sign it. And that's above my door. There's my house. There's my car. You're taking a tour, Rad. And then there's my kitchen, full of skulls above my sink that no one ever sees. You're a first.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: since we're in the kitchen and you're on the nights or days that you're watching the movies, what's your go-to snacks? What are you eating?
I met Dan Aykroyd.
Oh yeah,
you ever heard of him?
A couple times. I think I've seen him before on Spies Like Us.
That was fucking wild. I almost pissed myself. So what were you saying, Raph? Sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm saying since we're in the kitchen now, and your TV's there, you watch your DVDs. There, see what I'm saying? What are you eating? What are your go-to snacks for a proper horror movie marathon?
Check it out. Another client of mine is going to be on a show with Nathaniel Elwell soon.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
we
you've
talked.
heard of him. You've had his
Yeah, I got
book,
this.
correct?
I got the structure right behind me too.
Stephen King's son wrote that, signed that to me. What am I eating, Raph? Let's see. Some nutty bars and some water. And some weed edibles. I'm only here for a couple of days and I'm going to see Heather. So I kind of live off the lamb. I kind of just eat real quick. This is my Stephen King movie collection. Misery. I got the Penny. I got all my horrors in alphabetical order. Friday the 13th, Evil Dead, The Collector, Hannibal. Fucking might as well take you to the bathroom.
Well, we could skip that part because
No, check it out. Dude.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, man, life's a luxury.
It is.
But it's all got meaning. I've got stuff given to me. I've got stuff. I've met people and get stuff given. It's not just yard sale. Like, oh, everything's got a story. You only get so much time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a talker, in case you can't tell.
I mean, you got a vodcast. You got to talk. You're really good at it, man. And
fuck,
you have these great interviews, these great guests, and then now, before we go, because we're coming up on the hour mark.
Yep.
We talked about favorite eras of horror because mine's like mid 70s to early 90s. It's kind of like that whole thing was just a lot of great franchises came from those times, and we can all discuss who's better, who's not. But let's finish up this conversation.
I know what you're doing after.
Yeah. So who do we got on this one? We're talking about Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers. Let's talk about.
Oh boy.
1-on-1 Hell in a Cell.
You know this is big time, man. Talk about Hell in a Cell. Listen to you. Fucking Jason's mom's ringside with the pepper spray like Paul Bearer, but it's Jason's mom. Kill it for mommy. Story-wise, Mike Myers is way more believable, if that makes sense. A kid drowning in the lake coming back, a dude kind of being nutso in the fight, coming back. He was just in a penitentiary and broke out. That's more believable. Boy, they're both silent killers, both strong, nutsy, silent killers in fucking masks where you can't see their eyes. I mean, think about it. Freddy Krueger's a jokester. He's a comedian, right? You get Texas Chainsaw who kind of just, blah, 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 blah. But then you got fucking Freddy and you got Mike and Jason.
There's some heavy hitters there.
Mike seems more realistic in a lot of ways. I mean, Jason's got a lot of mind play and all that. Jason with water bubbling out of his face, and one time he's a boy, which is great. I love the fantasy shit. But Mike is legit. That could be your neighbor that's got a kid that comes the fuck out and goes, fuck you, and grabs an old 1920s mask and a butcher knife. You know what I'm saying? I love them both. I really do. I was Jason way more as a kid because a hockey mask with the holes in it. It's easier to breathe. Plus, it just looks kind of cooler, I think, than which is actually a William Shatner mask, shaved eyebrows, believe it or not. William Shatner shot an episode of Route 66 in Portland, Maine, and I've been to the spot. And it's right where the lighthouse is, the most seen lighthouse, the Portland Lighthouse, where, anyway, I'm going off subject. I know you're a Mike Myers whore. I get it. Boy. Mike Myers ages, though, doesn't he? The new one's old and shit. When he died on the wood chipper, Jason's just the same old fucked up face, right?
I'm actually a Jason fan. Let me explain. Not explain. Let me give you my opinion. I think somebody else likes Mike Myers.
I do.
But, you, because I thought you went with Mike Myers. My thing is this: it depends on which version of Jason you're going to get. If you're going to get special Jason, Mike Myers is going to win.
Fair.
If you're getting supernatural Jason after he got struck by lightning on part 6, and then he killed Ardo Horshack, and then he went on. See what I'm saying?
Is that when he gets in the cemetery?
Yeah.
And they're walking there with Corey Haim or whatever the fuck, and it's just struck by lightning. The maggots are in his eyes and shit. And he's like, wah. Oh,
well, Corey killed him on the 4th episode. Not 4th, the movie 4. And then on Jason Lives 6, that's the one with Alice Cooper singing the soundtrack.
Oh my god! My mom had that album. He's back, the man behind the mask.
It's a good song, man. Listen to it too.
Oh,
And
you like Cooper? My mom saw him with fucking his snake before in Lucid Armory. Oh.
I've never seen Cooper, but I love the guy. He's a performer. He's been doing this for 50 some years.
Rob learned a lot off him.
Yeah.
The Gruesome Twosome tour when he toured with Rob.
I believe, yeah, absolutely, he did. And then so Jason killed people in space, which means he survived to the future.
Jason actually, he smashed that girl's face when she got frozen. He goes, pow, and it fucking. You know what's funny? The first Friday the 13th I watched was Jason Takes Manhattan. In the beginning, the girl goes, "Here's a pen. Stephen King supposedly used it in high school." I went to the same high school as Stephen King. Look at the fuck up, Lisbon High School. Look at the fuck up. My fucking junior year, the History Channel was there. I've been hooked on Stephen King since I was 18. Don't get me, or 8. Don't get me started. But that really won me over when they had the pen for Stephen King and they talked about it. I said, "Holy fuck." Which if you want historically how the tours is not really up and running right now. My car's running like shit. I'm trying to save to get a van. Someone wanted to do tours this week and I didn't have a van. They didn't want me to jump in with their car. I blew it, which really sucks. But I can take you, not to go off subject real quick, but historically on the tours, I can take you to places in Maine where Hannibal Hamlin, America's first Republican vice president, he was Abraham Lincoln's vice president. He died while playing poker on a couch in Bangor. He was from Bangor. The couch is on display at the library and he's buried at the cemetery where Stephen King played the Reverend in Pet Cemetery. I know exactly where he's buried. I know the spot Steve played the Reverend. So if you want to pay me, I'll bring you. Sorry, I had to plug it.
So we could probably do a virtual tour. Take the camera and we just, get a zoom on.
Do that. It's really where I really don't want it just for the money. It's such great shit that I just figured if I love it, someone else would love it, and people kind of do, right?
They do, man. You do great stuff, and then we'll do one more for you before we go. And let's find out. You formerly co-host Diego, now just Diego the podcaster. Thank God.
I like it better.
I did this one, and I asked this question of somebody, and I said, "Who would win?" I love these theoretical things. It's good when you drink a little bit of rum and something. You start talking about some stuff. It's like, who would win with this fight? Is it gonna be Hogan or Flair? Would it be Andre or Giant Gonzalez kind of deal, right?
Ooh.
So here's one that someone was not able to answer. Jeepers Creeper guy or Pinhead?
Oh, get the fuck out. The guy that drives the truck in Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, and they'll have the bus and everything. But the first one's based on real life events, believe it or not. And then of course Pinhead, God bless him. Doug Bradley. What a great time meeting that fucking guy. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. Oh boy. When you're backed by hell and demons, how can you fucking go against Pinhead? Creepers was a demon of his own right. It's like saying Kane and the Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
Pick your poison. Goddamn Diego with the serious questions. This is why Diego the podcaster and Let's Find Out podcast and Bonus Overdrive Wednesdays is where it's at, guys. Make sure you tune in, check it out on YouTube. You check out all the replays and shows you've missed.
Thank you.
Who sends me this? Okay. Look. Who sends me let's kick ass together with the fucking thing? I love this guy, Raph. I fucking love you. Oh boy. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know. Fuck, man. I'm at a loss for words. What do you say? I want you to know. I want to know what you think.
And that's 2 for 2 because is it the Gordian knots of horror movie questions? I don't know, but I'm going to go only strictly because
Hellraiser.
I'm going with Pinhead because he don't travel alone sometimes.
He's got Chatter, who I tried getting on my podcast. He's in the UK. He might try to, but the guy that played Chatter, I got him as a friend on Facebook. He's got 3 or 4 friends in the power of Satan, which how can you lose with that?
Yeah, it's like say, is it demonic toys versus puppet master? It's one of those things. Another unanswerable riddle.
We need another episode. We need to have you on my show and continue this, guys.
I think so. I think we should put that question out to the fans and the listeners of Let's Find Out and Historically Haunted Vodcast, because I think that maybe we'll put up to a vote. Maybe somebody's right. Maybe they'll win something free.
I'm having at the end of the real quick at the beginning of season 1, I'm having a client free for all, and Diego's going to be on there for a little bit. Make sure you guys check it out. Get his merch, get his stuff. Sometimes he hangs out with Snarly Yow. Check him out, just like it sounds. SNARLYYOW, Snarly Yow. He's got a bunch of conventions. Raph's always there selling his hats with Diego podcast, doing the shit. Always looking for guests. If you want to be his guest, message Historically Haunted Booking LLC. Talk to me, and we'll get you a spot on a Raph show, or of course Diego can go on your show if you want. So let me know.
Excellent. You can be both on our shows in that pin right there, Moonlight Monster Media, by our good friend Dustin Grammer, who's the author of Dirt Road Tales of Horror and The Structure. And I know you haven't read The Structure yet. It's in your living room. We just passed it, but I'm telling you what, you're gonna really like that book. And
well, of course, fucking 10 of my clients are fucking authors. I can't read fucking 12 books at once when you work full time, but I'm getting there. Then I'm trying to get a Stephen King book in the middle. Good luck. Half his books are 8,000 pages. So much love, man. Thank you so much for having me on. It was a blast. I know it's late, and I appreciate it. And you keep doing great work, man. You're awesome, and I can't talk good enough about you. So thanks, Diego.
I feel the same for you, brother. You're doing great work out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Gene loves you. Eastern Coast Cat Research, Gene Tewksbury.
All content on this broadcast is a property of Diego the Podcaster and is served directly from our servers with no modification, redirects, or rehosting. All celebrity impersonators are paid performers. The impersonated celebrities do not endorse or promote any views or opinions expressed by our guests, Diego the Podcaster, or Bonus Overdrive Wednesday. The information shared on Bonus Overdrive Wednesday is provided on an as-is basis, with no guarantees of completeness, accuracy, usefulness, or timeliness.